We went thrifting like a lot while we were on our honeymoon. Welcome back to the channel. I know it has been a couple of weeks, but I feel like it might be justified considering that we were away on our honeymoon. If you have not seen, we recently got married. I shared a video on all of our decor that we thrifted for it and how it turned out. But we recently got married and we've been away the past couple weeks on our honeymoon. We went down to Florida and stayed in a beachfront cottage. It was gorgeous and we basically did nothing except sunbathe, read, and sleep all day. It was awesome. Oh, we did some thrifting too. And while we were down there, the beach house was actually just 10 miles away from where they were doing a launch. So we got to see a rocket launch right from the sky deck at the house that we were staying at.
It's already good enough. They see it soon.
4, 3, 2,
Yeah, right there.
That's pretty cool. So that was super cool. And then we hopped over to Disney World for a week and did all of the parks and as many rides and attractions as we could. We ate a lot of good food. I am feeling it now. And we came back last week to a completely different season. We're now having to light fires every day after running around like 90-degree weather. Like, it's wild, but now we're getting ready to get into the holiday season. I'm just excited to decorate for Christmas with you and to dive into holiday projects with you. But first, we went thrifting like a lot while we were on our honeymoon. So I have this huge pile of thrifted goodies that I would love to share with you today. You would enjoy it and enjoyed like this little recap of our honeymoon, and then also probably one of my biggest thrift hauls yet, just considering it's been a few weeks. So let's dive on in. I'm gonna preface this haul by saying that I don't really remember what's in here. I don't remember how much I paid for everything. I don't remember where I got everything because we kind of just went to so many different thrift stores over our trip and it kind of just all blurred together. And so this is gonna be fun for me too. Let's just go ahead and start with the first one that is already showing, and that is these gorgeous pillows. Typically when I see this kind of pattern, I don't usually love it because it's usually got some kind of like bird or something crazy in it that I'm not a fan of. And it's usually in like reds or blues or colors that I don't usually decorate with. So when I found these like cream and black ones that just have like little sheep and farmers on it, I was like, that is so cute. And so I definitely grabbed these. But the best part is that it actually has like a removable cover so I can wash these. And I didn't really realize that until I'd already brought them home. These are one of the ones I still have a tag on. And they were $30 a piece. But I do remember with these, the reason I grabbed the pair is because they were half off. So I got the pair for $30. And I just thought that was awesome because pillows can get so pricey. But these are gorgeous. I just haven't quite decided where I'm going to put them yet. I don't know if they're going to wind up in the bedroom or if they're going to wind up on the couch downstairs, or maybe they get swapped out throughout the year. I don't know yet, but they're gorgeous. All right, the next item is this peg railing. This to me just screams like that super vintage vibe, and I love this. I love that you can kind of expand it to be a little longer or shorter depending on whatever kind of space you're putting it in. And originally my first thought was like a bedroom, like on the wall for jackets or things like that. But I recently saw a Pinterest photo of it being used in a bathroom on a wall like this to hold towels. And I was like, I think I'm gonna start planning our guest bathroom makeover now. But really, it's just so cute. I love that it's wood. And it's like the right color of wood too, you know? So yeah, big fan of this. And I do remember I got this one for $2, which was incredible because I have no idea what this runs for, but I thought $2 was like a steal. Next is these suede napkins. So it was a set of 4, and they're just like the most beautiful golden color for like fall, or even for Christmas if you did it right, but I see it more for fall. But they're just these suede napkins. They were in great condition. I don't remember how much I paid for these, but I thought they were so pretty. And I love the fact that they're got that texture to it. But yeah, so it was a set of 4 of these napkins, which unfortunately I really needed 6, but I figured I could make 4 work, especially when I found these rattan chargers, and I only found 2 of them, unfortunately. But I figured they can go on the ends, so I could do the 2 ends with different napkins and then have the 4. That's kind of what I was thinking, but I just thought that they were so pretty, especially for fall, which it was still kind of like the fall season when I found these, so I was kind of really into it. But I'm excited to see these for next year, even though I don't have enough for a full table. Okay, next is this super pretty bowl. I kind of remember this now. So this bowl is gorgeous. I love the texture, and I just saw this for like a small Christmas tree in it. Like, how pretty would that be? I don't know, or like make it into a candle, something like that. But like the way that the glaze is chipping off of it is just unreal. I am obsessed with this. And I think this is one of the ones that we found near the end of our trip, but yeah, so pretty. I couldn't believe my luck when we found this. Okay, next is this cool like basket slash box. It's got these leather handles, and it has what looks like a lid. I've actually not opened it yet. I have no idea what it looks like inside, but I just thought that it was the coolest little like trunk, box, case, basket. And you could use it for so many things, or you could even use it just to like stack more decor on or something. But I just thought it was like a really unique basket box thing, and I love the leather handles, and so I definitely picked this up and put it in the cart when I saw it. Let's see what's in here. Oh yeah, so here is a bag of brand new, never before used lace napkins, and I believe this was like a set of 12, which is awesome because basically I could have 2 sets for my entire dining table. And they've never before been used, but they just have like that really clean, like antique kind of look to them. And so I loved these, and I thought these would be so pretty at like Christmas time. But yeah, I just couldn't believe it because they're brand, like they're literally in the package brand new. So gorgeous way to add like some lace and just like that little like vintage flair to your dining table, especially around the holidays. Oh yeah! And then I found these really pretty fluted taper candles. I just thought that these were such a pretty color, and I loved like the fluted detail to them. And so I definitely picked those up. I just thought they'd be a sweet little set, although I am pretty partial to my flameless taper candles that I've been using because I don't have to worry about them, and I can just like leave them on, or I can kind of decorate with them in places that you typically couldn't put like a real candle. But there's just something about a real burning candle. So maybe I will use them. Maybe I'll just use them for decor. I don't know, but these were really pretty. And so I do remember picking these up. Oh yeah. So these are the bird books. Me and my mom went to an estate sale. I think it was the week before the wedding. So this was a while back. I was staying with them for that week, and we went to this estate sale, and whoever's home it was must have been like obsessed with birds, or like he was in like bird clubs, or I mean, there was just, their whole bookshelf was filled with bird books, but they did have some really pretty ones like these two. So this is The Life of the Hummingbird, and then The Book of Birds. But I just love the way that they looked. It's really hard to find like linen hardback covered books like this that are like a good size. That kind of had that antique look to it. So I picked those up, and I just thought they were fun. And then I found these sweet little gold frames. They have what looks like a real painting inside, like a hand-done painting. And I love that the frames like go together, but they don't quite match. And honestly, I'm not sure where I would put them. Like, this is obviously not the kind of thing you would hang on a wall, or if you did, it'd be like a really tiny wall, like in a bathroom or something. But I just thought they were so sweet. And I see them more like on a bookshelf where you would like layer it with like a larger frame. And I think that would be the way I would do it, but they're just so sweet. I couldn't help but pass these up. You know I'm obsessed with gold frames, so I definitely picked these two up. And then Josh actually found this one for me, The World's Best Poetry. It's not a super old book, but the color was pretty neutral. It had a little bit of wear on it. And the fact that it's just like really cool poetry all throughout, I thought was worth adding to like my old book collection. But okay, next was this sweet little vase, and it's actually taped together right now, but it has like a little lid. And I picked this up actually to use for a really teeny DIY to make a keepsake from our wedding. So if you saw the video, we got married on the beach. We actually stayed in the house that we got married at for the whole weekend after the wedding. And while me and him were there, we went back down to the place on the sand where we got married, where our ceremony was, and we picked up a cup full of sand from our ceremony space. Our little send-off with our family was the entire time that we have been dating, I have saved every flower petal from every flower he's ever given me and let them dry out, and I've kept them in a box. And so our family actually threw them at us like confetti for our send-off. And so we collected a little cup of those, and we collected a cup of sand. And so I wanted a clear but beautiful little jar with a lid to be able to layer the sand from our ceremony and then some of the flower petals that were thrown to us for our send-off on top. And I just thought that that would be like a really meaningful keepsake, but it would be kind of small. And then we actually thrifted this together, and so like I thought that would be fun. And so yeah, I thought that this would just be a really beautiful piece to kind of add to our home for here on out. Okay, so this is a little lamp with an actual like glass shade. Is that not the prettiest little lamp that you have ever seen? Like, that is stunning. I cannot get over this. And this one was only $5. It still has a tag on here. And I'm obsessed with this. Like, I know it looks pretty vintage, but in a modern home, can you just picture this like with your Christmas decor as like a little lamp? I think it's beautiful, and I was astounded that I found it for $5. I have not tested it yet because it has like a very small light bulb. It's not like a normal size one, so I'm gonna have to figure out what kind of light bulb to put in it. But you bet if I get this working that it will be in my Christmas decor this year. Okay, next is this cute little, I think it's actually supposed to be a purse, but this reminded me so much of the bag that I thrifted for my fall decor to go on my peg wall. And I was like, well, this would be a cute little spring edition. And so I picked it up, even though it's technically a purse, because it just looked like the sweetest little like spring bag for the peg wall. So I have a summer version, I have a fall version, and now I'll have a spring version when the time comes. But I just thought it was so cute, and it was actually in really good shape considering it's like that seagrass stuff that usually tears up pretty easy. So I thought it was adorable, and I am so glad I keep checking the bags. Oh, wow. Okay, I could not believe this when we found this, and there was actually someone checking out next to us that looked at it and they're like, oh, that's a good find. Like, they were kind of mad that we found it first, but they're glass doorknobs, and then like it looks like pocket door hardware potentially. But, I mean, these things are so old. Like, there's rust all in the bag. So there would need to be some major cleanup. But they were only $2 for each bag. And so these things are like hundreds of dollars if you buy them new. And if you go vintage, they can be upwards of like $30, $40 for one door handle. So when I found this bag for $2, I grabbed it, and I actually found 2 bags of them. So yeah, I was super excited when I found this. I couldn't believe it. And I'm kind of excited to try to find a project to use them on, because I don't think I'll use them as an actual door handle, just because I think that the hardware just may be shot. But I would love to use the handles for like a closet door or a piece of furniture or something. So stay tuned. This is definitely going into my materials and hardware collection to save for a project. Okay, and lastly is this like giant pine cone Christmas tree, which I just thought was so fun considering Christmas is coming up. And I was actually looking on Pinterest and trying to figure out like some different Christmas DIYs that I felt weren't super crafty, but like instead would really go with the aesthetic of like my Christmas decor. And we have tons of pine cones outside our house, and I saw these like pine cone trees, and I was like, that really goes with like my neutral textured kind of vibe. And we have tons of pine cones to spare, so like maybe I'll do that. Then I found this guy, and I was like, oh, you're coming home with me. So he did. And I just thought he was super cool looking, and I'm excited to find a home for him this year. Not sure where that will be. If you have any ideas of how you would style him or where you would put him, let me know. Okay, that is it. That is our honeymoon haul. Well, that's my honeymoon haul. Believe it or not, there's actually like double this because Josh finds his own things. They're just usually, we have very different things that we look for. Like I definitely look for more decor, and he loves finding like true antiques. Like he loves old clocks. And he recently found some really cool like Harley Davidson posters, things like that. We both love looking at books, but yeah, so he has his own haul that I did not even include in here, but these are my finds from our honeymoon. Some of these items I have not decided where I'm going to style yet, and some of them may come with me to my very first in-person market. That's going to be on December 3rd. I'm so excited to get to see some of you in person. So if you are in the Chapin, Columbia, Lexington area of South Carolina, come see me at market. You can send me an email and I'll send you the information. But I would love to see you in person. I'm bringing tons of frames, candles, baskets, like so many goodies, and also some new Christmas goodies that I have, along with possibly some of this if I really just feel like it could have a better home than where I can find a place for it. So be on the lookout for that. I'll be decorating for Christmas so soon, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much for watching, for being patient with me while I was on my honeymoon, and I will see you very, very soon next time. Bye! Rambo's decided he's gonna come lay with us. And if you've heard smacking the whole time, it's because he's chewing a bone that I put some peanut butter in.